What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jacky. I'm currently a third year university student at Monash. In this video, I want to talk about why I've decided to switch from the 2020 MacBook Pro 13-inch to the 2019 MacBook Pro 16-inch. So I've actually owned the MacBook Pro 2020 13-inch model since it was released this year. I just want to quickly clarify that for most people, the 13-inch MacBook Pro is going to do the job, especially the 2020 model where they refreshed the keyboard, so no more keyboard issues, and it's much easier to type on that as well. In fact, in my opinion, I actually think it's one of the best laptops you can buy for university or even work. But I am an IT student, so the things that I do are a lot more CPU intensive and at the same time require a lot more system resources. And because of that, the base model 13-inch MacBook Pro simply doesn't do the job anymore. And that's why I've decided to upgrade to the 16-inch model from 2019. As I said, one of the main reasons on why I decided to upgrade to the 16-inch MacBook Pro was because of performance. And it's not really to do with the CPU performance, but more to do with the graphical performance. As you know, the 13-inch MacBook Pro 2020 or any year with the base model and up, you're not going to get a dedicated GPU. It's going to be an integrated GPU that is inside the CPU. And for me, I do a lot of user interface design and a lot of graphical work. So having a GPU was absolutely essential. When I bought the 2020 MacBook Pro 13-inch earlier this year, I anticipated that online lessons will go for a lot longer than this. But with the current state, it looks like we're going to be back in class a lot sooner than I've expected. So it means that we are going to have to go in person to do most of our learning. So having a portable machine that can actually run the software becomes really important. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is screen size. The 13-inch model is good for portability and carrying around. And for most people or most students, it's going to be absolutely fine. It's big enough for everything that you need to do, such as web browsing as well as Word documents. But when it comes to software development, which is my major, it's a whole lot of a different story, because a lot of the things that you do are based on multitasking, following instructions on one screen, doing a practical coding on another screen, and having a 13-inch screen is simply not going to cut it. So that was another reason why I decided to upgrade. So I have access to the 16-inch screen, which is a whole lot bigger. And that day I went to my friend's place and I tried out the 13-inch again, and it was simply a day and night difference. I can't even use that anymore. I know a lot of people at university and college have access to bigger external monitors where they can just plug in their computer, but at Monash University where I study, it's quite hard to find, and you do have to get there really early to get access to those monitors. So that's why I've decided to save the hassle and just buy the 16-inch MacBook Pro and have that as a primary machine where I can just bring everywhere and not have to hunt down an external monitor every time I wanted to get my work done. So the next question that comes up is, why did I not wait for Apple Silicon? And that is mainly to do with compatibility issues as well as timing. The ARM-based MacBook is most likely going to be the Air or the 13-inch MacBook Pro, and most likely not the 16-inch yet. I am starting some units now, so I need a computer that is able to run all the software I need for school, and I simply don't have the time to wait for that 16-inch to come out, as there is no definite release date. And at the same time, there could be possible compatibility issues with the software that I'm using. The software that I'm using at school right now is designed to be run on a traditional computer and not an ARM-based processor. So I don't think it's really reasonable to buy an ARM-based machine and at the same time expect those apps to run on it seamlessly without it first having to do some sort of update. And again, those updates could take time, which I don't have at the moment. So that pretty much does it. Those were my main reasons on why I've decided to switch over to the 16-inch MacBook Pro. And yeah, at the same time, I do kind of want to stay on the Intel platform for now, just to give myself a bit more time to see what the ARM-based CPUs from Apple are capable of. And at the same time, I can step back a little bit, see if there's any problems or stability issues, and when all the issues are flushed out and fixed and I have full confidence on the platform, then I might officially make the switch then. But for now, that's all I've got to say. Hopefully everyone is staying safe at home, and I'll see you all in the next video.